this half-capacity shit. Makes me sound better. How many tickets did you sell? 43? Or fucking sold out? What sounds better? Sold out, motherfuckers. You can only purchase tickets in 2, but we sold 43 tickets. How the fuck does that even? That doesn't even come. I was babysitting my nephew, 5-year-old nephew, and we're watching this show. This guy Blippi. Does anybody know Blippi? If you don't know, Blippi's this guy who's like got orange suspenders, orange bow tie, orange glasses, big puffy orange hat. And he's like the most annoying motherfucker you've ever met, or not met, seen in your entire life. It is Blippi. I have 1 red ball. I have 2 green trucks. I go to my nephew, I'm like, man, this guy's a real goofball, huh? And he goes, I thought you'd like this because you're a comedian. Really, dude, my nephew's coming at me with this comedian shit now. Oh, you stand up, you gotta check out my guy Blippi on YouTube. I think you guys have really similar style. I was watching wrestling recently. Like, if wrestling was real, I don't think that the announcers would be so carefree and whimsical in their reactions. Like, I saw a guy just get hit across the face with a metal chair. And the announcer just goes, oh, looks like he's gonna be eating soup for the next couple of weeks. I want to see an NFL announcer react that way. See a guy getting hauled off in a stretcher, like, ooh, I sure hope you like shitting blood, ouchie. I hope that man's an organ donor, because he's gonna die. I used to play hockey. Not that this crowd's gonna give a fuck about that. My coach is such a dick. He used to yell the dumbest shit at us when we were doing conditioning, like he'd shoot pucks at us. You guys need to get more fire in your bellies. Hill Murray's got fire in their bellies. You need to get more fire in your bellies than they got in their bellies. And he died from acid reflux. I know it's like the wimpiest sports always have the toughest slogans on their t-shirts. Like I saw this guy who was wearing a t-shirt that said, pain is just a state of mind. Edina JV cross country. Next thing you know, it's gonna be like, we killed your grandmother. Woodbury Chess Club. I saw a guy who was wearing a t-shirt that said, boobies make me smile. And I thought it'd be funny if there was a comma after the word boobies. Because that'd be like a command. I like to eat mushrooms, but I never have time. Yeah. You can't eat a bunch of mushrooms. Experience all that goes along with that. Then the next morning you gotta go wake up and wait tables in fucking Hopkins. Some bitchy customers sitting there. Excuse me, sir, I ordered tater tots and you brought me French fries. Like, listen, lady, last night I tasted the essence of the universe. I'm not concerned with the shape of your potatoes. That's why I just smoke weed before work, because then when they say that, I'm like, you're right, tater tots do sound better. One time the building manager saw me smoking a bowl out back behind work, and he goes, not cool, man, not cool. And I was like, actually it is. Not smoking weed is not cool. Oh right, you guys don't like weed either. What the fuck? You don't like hockey and weed, where am I? I was trying to think of a state that doesn't like both of those things. I draw a fucking blank because it doesn't exist. You have to like that shit. Seriously, it's like a lot of my act. So. I was smoking a bowl with my buddy in high school, and there was like a house nearby, and he was like, man, if I lived in that house, I'd be concerned, you know, with random dudes in a car outside smoking a bowl. And he's like, I'd be worried that there were two guys having sex in the car out there. And I was like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with two guys having sex? He goes, okay, so maybe I'm a little bit racist. You're so ignorant, you don't even know the name of the thing that you are. Yeah, I don't think deaf people should be allowed to marry, but I guess that makes me anti-Semitic now. One time this customer came into my restaurant, they go, excuse me sir, can you come here for a second? Yeah, hi. I worked in the catering business for 25 years, and this is the worst grilled cheese sandwich I've ever seen. I'm like, you ordered that off the children's menu. You paid $4. Also, grilled cheese sandwich? What kind of hillbilly weddings are you catering? Yeah, I worked as a gourmet chef for the past 35 years, and this tuna helper is bland and flavorless, and you should be ashamed to call these Pop-Tarts. The only customers who come into my restaurant who I hate more than adults who order food off the children's menu are children. But the only good thing about when kids come in is that after they leave, I get to tear up the stupid fucking pictures that they colored and throw them in the garbage can. I like to fantasize that they're watching me and crying while I do it. Like, sorry, Timmy, you went outside the lines. Nobody loves you. People never say you're welcome. That bothers me. You say thank you to somebody. They're supposed to say you're welcome, but people never do that. What do? You say thank you, and they go, thank you. It's like, fuck off, I thank you first. I'm the thanker, you're the thankee. That means I'm welcome. If you wanted to be welcome, you should have thanked me first. One time I walked into a coffee shop and I took a shit and I left without buying anything, and as I was walking out the door, they're like, thank you. And I was like, you're welcome. Plenty more of that came from So we're at a sandwich shop, and went to make this guy's sandwich one time, and he goes, are you going to wear gloves while you make that? I was like, are you going to wear gloves while you eat it? What makes you think your hands are cleaner than mine? I work in a sanitary kitchen environment. You just came in here from the dirty outside world. And furthermore, what makes you think me wearing gloves would make me any less likely to stick my finger into my own butthole? I'm not saying I would do that. I'm saying I would wear a glove. One time we ran out of coffee, the manager told us to sell people decaf and just tell them that it was a regular. I know, it's unacceptable. Because caffeine is a drug, and you do not sell people fake drugs. You're gonna charge me $4 for fucking shit-ass restaurant coffee, and I find out it doesn't even have caffeine in it, I will fucking stab someone. As soon as I get a cup of coffee. But I used to work at this place, Rock Bottom Brewery. Hated it. Hated working there. Hell, these dumb rules you'd have to follow. Or a phone would ring, you'd have to pick it up and go, you've hit rock bottom. But I'd always get it wrong. I'd be like, I've hit rock bottom. People would come into the bar, they'd be like, so how's that new IPA on tap? Have you tried that? I'd be like, no, I haven't tried that new IPA on tap. I'm a recovering alcoholic. It ruined my life. So like, we're gonna go to a different bar. And most people drink because it enhances their social skills, right? And that works for me. Drinking enhances my social skills too. But for me, it only works for like a 5-minute window of time. You know, like, people always come up to me and be like, dude, you were so hammered last night. You made such an ass out of yourself. And I'd be like, yeah, but did you see me between 2:42 and 2:47 p.m.? I was fucking charming as shit. I was mingling, respecting personal boundaries, peeing in the bathroom. I quit drinking. I've been sober for a while, but people say it doesn't count because I still smoke weed. But like, I don't think that's fair. Like, I don't think you can even compare compare drinking alcohol with smoking marijuana. Like, I never shit my pants from smoking too much weed before. It's like, that's the test, right? Like, that should be like the sobriety checkpoint. Fucking, like, have you been drinking? Yeah. Have you shit your pants? No. Well, then just fix that turn signal. Time I passed out in a Wendy's bathroom with a bottle of tequila in my hand, they're like, "Sir, you can't do that." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" It says right here on the wall, "Restroom is for Patron use only." There's a liquor store by my house. Everything in the whole liquor store got looted, right? You realize what that means? Somebody got home after getting like hit with rubber bullets and tear gas and all that shit, and then they get home and they're like, "Ah, fuck, it's O'Doul's." I already tell people I'm an alcoholic. They say the important thing is that you're aware of it. How could I not be aware of it? You can't wake up in a capsized porta potty 2 days in a row. And it's not even the same porta potty. I'm aware of it. I've been to detox 3 times. Going to detox 3 times is either a strikeout or a hat trick, depending on whether or not you're an optimist. You see, a hat trick is a hockey term. So not surprising that the only fucking 43 non-hockey fans in Minnesota. Oh man, I used to drink Bacardi 151, double tall, splash of Diet Coke. That's a drink that says I'm trying to get fucked up, but I'm also trying to watch my food. So. I just drink coffee now. Having a cup of coffee with this girl one time. She goes, "I only have 2 criteria for dating. You have to have a job and you can't live with your parents." I was like, "I have a job and I don't live with my parents." And she's like, "Yeah, but still." I told a girl I was in love with her one time, and she said, "You don't know what love is," and that made me really upset. And it wasn't just because of the rejection; it was the fact that she stole that line from the movie Forrest Gump. I was like, "Oh yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. See, I can quote movies too." And I was like, "Can we at least like go out on a date or something?" And she said no, and I was like, "You're killing me, Smalls." I was like, trying to give her a hug, and she's like, "Get your hands on me, you damn dirty ape." That was from Planet of the Apes, which is a movie about hockey and marijuana. Watching this show, Deadliest Warrior. I don't know if you guys seen that show. It's a show about like who would win in a fight between different historical warriors. And there's like a Japanese samurai weapons expert on the show who said that the samurai sword was the deadliest weapon ever created by mankind. I know some of you might think nunchucks were, but that's not. That's not true. I gotta think that like if you'd ask most Japanese people. Don't stifle your fucking laughs. You're in the spotlight. Everybody can see you. I need your support on this one. If I tell a brutal joke that divides the room, I need your fucking help, Purple Rain. It was good, yeah. Well, thank you for laughing silently in the corner so no one could see you. I find it surprising that crows get laid ever. I'm just saying. Who's fucking that crow? You guys seem to like that joke. I'm glad. sometimes I can't tell that joke. Like, can't do that bit at like liberal college campuses because they get too offended by it. But that's just because like I'm not actually booked to perform there. I just do that outside the library. I used to date this girl who had a foot fetish. Months after we broke up, she'd keep texting me trying to get me to send her pictures of my feet. And eventually I had to be like, look, I'm sorry, but I just need to put my foot down right now. Look, I realize this is a big step for you, and that stinks, but I will not flip-flop, I will not tiptoe around this stuff. Look, I'm not trying to be all tough acting up here, but this is one little piggy that will not be going wee all the way home. And I know some of you are looking at me like I should have skipped that joke. But I think it has legs, people. I think it has legs. I like that my one applause break was just me arguing the quality of a joke. It's like, no, I think that is a good joke. You're like, all right, well, the joke wasn't good, but your argument about it being a good joke, now that was some quality argumentative rhetoric, my friend. You should be in a debate club with jokes like that. Riffing is more a Casey's thing. I just wanted to do jokes, but he's doing crowd work and all this improv and shit. And I'm like, fuck you, you're the opener, dick. Fucking bury me, like, I don't even need jokes or to do comedy in 5 months. I'll still slay this half-filled room. That's me lashing out at the opener for doing well. That's what it's like to work with Andrew Wegleitner. Have a great set, and then fucking pissed at you for it. That's what it's like. Used to live with this roommate, like a random Craigslist, and she was like the worst. Like she was such a hypocrite, right? Because like she'd get mad at me if I didn't like tiptoe around all quiet, like open and close the door real gently. And she would like fuck super loud with the doors open. Like she would fuck like someone who doesn't have roommates, and that should be on a t-shirt. Dance like no one's watching and fuck like you don't have any roommates. She would also shit like she didn't have any roommates. Really loud with the door open. I met up with an ex-girlfriend of mine. We still are friends. We still talk and everything. And she told me that she's buying a house with this dude. And I think it's good. Like, I'm happy for him. I'm not like jealous or anything. It's good. But like, the only thing is like, the guy's name is Anders. Isn't that a little on the nose? That's just me with an S. My name's Andrew, remember? She introed me. That's what makes it funny. But it's cool, like I'm seeing somebody now. Yeah, it's going really well. Her name is Catheriners. Well, she's great. She's really smart. She has her own line of medical supplies. She's an entrepreneur. Catheriner's catheters. I don't know. If it ain't catheters, don't put it in your urethra. That's the slogan. It's pretty good, I think. Have really small feet. Look at these little fuckers. They're like hooves. Look at them. It's a size 7 wide. You can't even get that in the fucking store. You gotta go to the kids section. Do you know that Macy's doesn't even sell kids' shoes? That's fucking embarrassing. I went to Red Wing, Minnesota. Red Wing shoes, one of the oldest, most reputable shoe countries in the entire nation. I went to their outlet factory on-site store. I call ahead of time. I'm like, do you have a size 7 work boot? They're like, oof, maybe down in the bargain basement. We don't usually stoop that low. It's embarrassing. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a constant humiliation that I live with. And people ask you, since you have small feet, does that also mean that you're small? Yes, it does. I mean, it doesn't mean that I just have small feet and I also happen to have a small penis. It's a correlation, not a cause and effect relationship. One time I was laying in bed with this girl cuddling, and she goes, I don't understand how a guy can spoon with a girl and not get a boner. And I was like, I do have a boner. I think I get my sense of humor from my dad. He has a big dick, but the thing I saw my dad do some yard work recently, and he rented this wood chipper, and there's an emergency kill switch on the wood chipper that you can hit, like in case somebody gets their arm caught in it or whatever. So we decided that we should have like a safe word to let the other guy know in case that happens, so we can turn it off. And this is what we decided. Either that or Omaha. Recently, one of my friends said that I look like a basset hound, and everyone agreed. They're like, you look like that one cartoon dog with the droopy face. What's his name? Droopy? Yeah, you look like him. Oh, you think I look like a dog? No, I usually like this one specific dog. My dog's going deaf, so it always sounds like I'm trying to fight him, yeah.
You want to go outside? Where's your ball? Oh, you don't know where your ball is? You want a treat? Roll over and beg for it.
That's how I challenge people to a fight. I tell them to roll over and beg for it. No, I don't. Some bumper sticker said commit random acts of kindness. You know, like random acts of violence, except with kindness. So I went to the store and I bought 13 bottles of ketchup and I gave them to the next person I saw. And I thought to myself, now that is pretty fucking random. You guys know there's a town in the middle of Bumblefuck, Wisconsin called Rome, Wisconsin. And I wouldn't normally square dance with a possum, but when in Rome. I don't normally put cheese curds on my oatmeal, but as the expression goes. One time I was walking past a cop, and I was like, look at me, I'm a stupid cop. I think I'm cool, because I get to fucking wear a badge and write out speeding tickets. And he arrested me. I was like, what are you arresting me for? He goes, impersonating a police officer. Seen a jar of peanuts the other day. There's like this warning label on the side. It's like, warning may contain soy, milk, gluten, walnuts, cashews, pine nuts, whey. The one that got me was milk. How do you not notice milk? Like, how incompetent is the quality control on that assembly line at that factory? Nut, 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 milk, nut. Wait, what was that last one? Was that milk? Who put milk on the fucking... It was weird, I had like a little like ball phlegm come up my throat. And did you guys hear that? Well, kind of wish I wouldn't have addressed it. It's kind of one of those things you just let it slide and don't dwell on it. But seriously, like a gurgling noise, like it's like more than a punch, so it kind of fucked me up on the thing. But
Too much nuts.
shut it! Shut your fucking hole! Shut up. Hanging out with my nephew, I was talking about him earlier. I was like leaving from my show, you know, and his folks were like, good luck at your show tonight, good luck at your show tonight. And my nephew goes, good luck pooping. Which, as a comic, I mean, I was very impressed because, like, his timing was perfect, it was a great callback, he knew his audience. But honestly, like, it was just nice to have the encouragement, you know. When you get to my age, ball movements can be a bit of a struggle, so I'm glad that he's learning how to swear, but he doesn't quite have it down yet. Like, he told me to fart my penis off. It's like, I don't know what that means or how to do that. He's like, you put your penis by your butt and you fart your penis off. Why is that so hard for you to understand? That one's just for me. That's like a saver that comics will use when a joke doesn't go very well. That one's just for me. And I'm always like, why'd you save yourself the shittiest joke? If we're gonna be reserving jokes for people, give yourself a better joke. Alright, so I don't normally do this, but you guys are such a great audience. And, yeah, fuck, I'm headlining Sisyphus, best comedy club 2026. So why not? So this is a letter, it's a love letter that I've written. And it's kind of emotional, like this is somebody I haven't seen in a really long time. So please just like bear with me if I kind of get emotional. Love letter, somebody who I haven't seen in a really long time. Dear alcohol. It's been over 8 years since I've felt your sweet taste upon my trembling lips. And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain. I have really big handwriting. We had some good times together, alcohol, but we're no good for each other. It seems whatever. Don't look at the fucking page. Trying to fucking blow up my spot on the prop bit over here. It's a memorized act. I'm not actually reading. Well, let's see what this says. Yes, it's blank, all right? Are you happy? That's your thing? You just go to a comedy show and like try to call the magician out of his tricks and fucking complain about the quality of your blowjobs? We had some good times together, alcohol, but we're no good for each other. It seems whenever we're together, we fight the elderly. Whenever I see a fat man wearing a football jersey, Coors Light commercial, or a pregnant teenager with a black eye, I'll think of you. You guys laughed at 6-year-old girls getting dick slapped in the face, so don't act like you're that groaner audience. miss you, alcohol. I'll always be thinking of you, and I'll always love you. And hey, you still have my sister and most of my uncles. All right, well, shit, let's read another little piece of You're like, oh, I wish I hadn't clapped for the other one. So this is like roasting is really popular now in comedy, and so I thought I'd try my hand. What I did was I wrote a poem, and it's a roast poem. It's like a regular poem, but it's like where you just fucking roast everybody. It's called We Get It. Dad, we get it. You like to play golf. Mom, we get it. I'm your favorite child. Grandma, we get it. You farted. Russia, we get it. You're still upset about that hockey game. Oh, wait, you guys want to get it? China, we get it. There's a bunch of you. Germany, we get it. You like to shit on each other. Tom Hanks, we get it. You're very talented. Taylor Swift, we get it. Your smile is made out of sunshine. Jimmy Fallon, we get it. You like to bathe yourself in demon cum. I wrote that before demon cum was like a big thing in the news. I never thought I'd say that out loud. Like maybe this bit will become really topical when like they're talking about demon jizz on CNN, but who would have thought? Centipedes, we get it. You have a lot of legs. Polar bears, we get it. Your habitat is disappearing rapidly, rendering you on the verge of extinction. Cable, we get it, but we don't get the movie channels. That's whatever. That's my last envelope. Just clapping for that part to be over. I get it. I'm glad it's over too. So they have like those little free libraries everywhere, and like it's always like the shittiest books. And people take the good ones and they leave bad ones. Like, let me take this copy of Romeo and Juliet and replace it with an expired coupon book. Take this copy of War and Peace and replace it with an owner's manual from an '89 Corolla. My partner and I have been just like walking around a lot, you know, it's like all there is to do is just walk around, like make fun of the houses as you walk by, you know. Nice siding, you piece of shit. Who did your landscaping? Fucking Helen Keller? That's fun, man. I like going on the road and doing comedy and stuff. I did this one show, like, where I was the opener and the headliner told me not to do any crowd work, you know, like where you interact with the audience, because he said he wanted to do crowd work, and if I did crowd work, then it like wouldn't be as funny when he did it or something. And they canceled the show because nobody showed up for it. It's like, all right, I don't want to do any crowd work. So one guy went on tour with drove all the way to pick him up in Toledo, Ohio, and the first thing he wants to do is go to McDonald's drive-thru. It's like a long-ass line, and we get to the place where you put in your order, and he goes, "Yes, can I get one small coffee with 9 Splenda?" They're like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "I said I want one small coffee with 9 Splenda." And then he looks at me and they go, "Geez, they act like I'm the asshole just because I want a small coffee with 9 Splenda." And I realized, like, he must have, like, settled on that number eventually. Like, you know, he tried to order 10 at one time. And like, "Sir, we cannot do double-digit quantities of Splenda in our computer system." It's like a Y2K situation. My phone broke, and I had to go get a new phone. I had to get a new case from the Verizon store, and like I hate how they always try to fucking upsell you there. And I walked in there and the guy goes, "All right. So do you want a phone case that's more protective or less protective?" I was like, less. I want the flimsiest, chintziest piece of shit phone case you have. Do anything that's like loosely woven together with fucking oatmeal and papyrus? Like, anything that'll make my phone more breakable? Maybe something that like systematically injects it with tiny droplets of water so it makes it all fucking corroded. And then when I walk into the store and you're like, is there any water damage on it? I'm like, you bet your sweet fucking tits there's water damage, and it's all my fault. Went to Maplewood Mall when I was 18, and my friend was working in one of the stores, and a group of us went to go visit her, and they had these like clear plastic inflatable cubes that they were putting signs in for the store as displays, and we stole one of these things and we put a Playboy cover inside of it, and we took out our shirts and videotaped ourselves playing volleyball with it in the wishing well fountain. I don't know if you guys are wondering what happens if you take off your shirt and videotape yourself playing porn cube volleyball in the wishing well fountain at Maplewood Mall. But it's that you get banned from the mall. For 1 year. You guys realize what that means? Because you can do that once every year. And I know that's a stupid thing to do and everything, but like I don't get that mall cop had to be such a dick about it. Like the guy threw me in mall jail, he slapped these handcuffs on me really tight, and I was like, "Oh dude, that hurts my fucking wrist." And he goes, "That's right, I'll hurt your fucking wrist. I'll hurt your fucking ass." He actually said that to me. And then he smacked me in the side of the forehead really hard. And he got mad at me because I didn't have my ID on me at the time, and he didn't believe that I was 18 years old. He's like, "You look like you're 12 years old." I was like, "Really? Do you always strike 12-year-olds in the head and threaten to sodomize them?" You always do that? I got a strip club story too. I only been to a strip club twice, but the second time I ended the night by smoking crack, so I'm gonna tell you that story. It's a better story. I ran into this guy who was in my class at community college. I barely knew this dude, and we're just drinking out of the bar. He talked to me going to the strip club, right? And we're just sitting there, we're just fucking hammered double just because. All of a sudden I hear the announcer goes, "Can we have Andy come to the stage, please?" That's my name. I'm like, "That's weird, one of the dancers has the same name as me. What a delightful coincidence." And I go, "Andy, if you don't come up here, somebody else will." When I look at this dude, I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like, "I don't know, man. You better get up there." So it turns out this dude, like, paid the establishment a bunch of money to like have them bring me up on stage, like sit me down in this chair up against a stripper pole, handcuff my hands behind my back, rip off my shirt and the elastic on my underpants, and take off my belt and start beating me with it. And every time they hit me, it'd leave a huge purple welt across my chest. It'd be like a big eruption of cheers from all the creepers in the audience. And then this thing where they took all three dancers, like stacked themselves one on top of the other, and the one who was on top like started smashing her vagina in my face, and it smelled like she'd been working a long shift. And then we went home and smoked crack. I was watching porn and one of the categories was mature. And I clicked on one of the videos and it was just this old lady having sex with 4 guys. I'm like, oh yeah, real mature. I took one of those online personality quizzes to find out which one of the Simpsons I would be. I got OJ. My favorite part about like traveling doing comedy is like the oldies radio stations that you listen to. Like, there's this one song, but like some of the songs they don't really age very well. Like, you know this one song that like, you're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine. They never say how old the guy is. I'm friends with your dad. I'm 47. Have some wine. And there's one song where they go, do you love me now that I can dance? But then the guy's only examples of that he knows how to dance are that he can do the twist and the mashed potato. Is that changing anyone's mind? Like, I know you didn't think I was sexy before, but check this shit out. I heard this song, they go, if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Who is that a deal breaker for? Fucking twist my arm, why don't you, Spice Girls? Still on board. If anything, that's better. Did you guys know that the song You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette was written about Dave Coulier, the guy who played Uncle Joey in Full House? Do you know that? How do you write a song slamming Dave Coulier and you don't even include any Full House references in the song? The song should have been like, I'm here to remind you of the Popeye impressions that you did for me. Cut it out. I'm not one of those people who thinks we should all sit around and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Because that song sucks ass. We should all sit around, hold hands and sing Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC. It's a better song. You know the song Hurt by 9 Inch Nails? I heard that when Johnny Cash covered that song, he did such a good job of singing that song that Trent Reznor, the lead singer of 9 Inch Nails, said we are not going to ever perform that song again because Johnny Cash was so fucking good. That song belongs to him now. And I wonder, do you think the Who felt that way when Limp Bizkit covered Behind Blue Eyes? You guys, I got these t-shirts for sale. I'm gonna be right across the hallway by the pinball machines on that long table. Cash, Venmo, PayPal. This is the only fucking gig I have on the book, so help me out financially if you guys want to pick up a t-shirt. You guys have been so much fun. Another round of applause for Casey and Rebecca. Talking about like the music on the road and stuff, and like my favorite song of all time is Chantilly Lace by the Big Bopper. That's the song where like the whole time the Big Bopper is having this like one-sided Bob Newhart style phone conversation with his dad. He answers the phone. Hello, baby. This is the Big Bopper speaking. Aw, you sweet thing. Pick you up at 8. Don't be late. Do I what? Will I what? Oh, baby, you know what I like. But what I want to know is, what was she saying on the other end of that phone conversation? Do you want to just come over here and put on this Richard Nixon mask and hit me with a shovel?
Do I? What?
Will you just talk with a Russian accent and piss all over my face?
Will I? What?
Please just do it. We can order pizza afterwards.
You know what I like. Thank you guys so much!
One more time for Andrew Wegleitner, Oh my gosh, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for Brady. Just applaud for Brady. All right, so it is last call. So go get some beer and stuff, and we do comedy every week. It's on Fridays. Tonight was the exception. So you guys have a great night. Stay safe and keep laughing. Have a good night.